Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. It's a little bit windy today, so hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad for you guys. It is a cold day on the farm, but it's sunny, so taking advantage of the weather when we can get it. Behind me, you see my dump trailer. I picked this dump trailer up last summer. It's a 10K dump trailer. Picked it up last summer. I knew I was doing all the work on the house. I was going to have a lot of demo debris and stuff that I needed to get rid of and bring to the dump, as well as hauling a bunch of firewood and stuff. I figured I was going to get a lot of use out of a dump trailer, and sure enough, I have. I've used this dump trailer a ton since I bought it, just since this last summer. But there's been one issue that I've wanted to fix on it, or upgrade that I wanted to do to it to make it a little more functional. So it is an Iron Bull dump trailer, a 10K Iron Bull dump trailer, and it's awesome. It is built like a tank. I've had experience with some other dump trailers, and to be honest, Iron Bull they're not sponsoring me. They don't know I'm making this video, but from what I've seen, they seem to be one of the best dump trailer manufacturers out there. So I got a good price on this thing used, and I was very happy to get it. But one thing I think it's lacking is the height of the sides. Now, like I said, it's a 10K trailer. If you're hauling gravel or dirt or something in there, the standard height that you guys see here is totally adequate. You're not going to really be filling it a whole lot more than that before you're reaching the limit of the trailer, which I imagine is how it's designed. But when you're hauling stuff like firewood or house debris or demolition debris, you run out of space long before you run out of weight capacity. So what I'm going to try to do in today's video is take this wooded section here that the previous owner had built, which works well, same general idea. Those are raising the height of the walls up 12 more inches. I think I'm going to bring it up to a full another 32 inches, if I remember correctly. I have all the lumber in the back of the truck, and I had it all planned out, but that's what I'm going to be doing, is getting rid of these walls. Let me give you guys a quick look at it. Alright, so here you guys can see, I already got it full of debris. And the previous owner, like I said, had added these 12-inch or 1-foot boards on the side. And they work pretty good, but you can see they don't go all the way to the back. They don't go all the way to the front. There's nothing on the front. And so, although it does technically raise the level on how high you can stack it, it doesn't do it super well. So my goal is to take this and raise it another 12 to 18 inches up from where it is now, to bring the height up higher. So that way, when I'm hauling lighter stuff like this debris or firewood, I can stack it up a whole lot taller. And then, of course, it still works just fine for hauling rocks or gravel or dirt or anything like that, where it's going to be heavier. It's all down below anyways. So I don't think there's a whole lot more explaining to do. I'm going to get to work. Alright guys, check this out. Nice comparison of old growth versus new growth. One of these is a 2x4 that I salvaged scrap from the house, and one of these is one I bought from Home Depot just the other day. Tell me which one you think is which. Yeah, pretty obvious there. You got about 10 growth rings on one and about 100 on the other. I don't grow them like they used to. Alrighty guys, it is another day. As you guys saw in the last clip, it was getting pretty dark by the time I wrapped up the work on the trailer. But I was cold and wet and ready to go inside and warm up, so I figured I'd just do this final outro on another day. It is an absolutely gorgeous day today, way nicer than the day I was working on it. Got a nice good rain, 30 something degree rain come in while I was working on the trailer, which was far from ideal, but we got it done, and honestly I think it turned out great. So here we are. As you guys can see, I ended up going 4 rows high with the 2x8s. I went back and forth. I thought about doing 2x12s, 2x10s, 2x4 spaced out, and I ended up going with 2x10s because it was, for height versus cost, this was one of the best ways to do it with still having it solid. 2x12x10s were ridiculously expensive, and to go with the same height with this was close to half the cost, if I remember correctly. So that's why I ended up going with 4 2x10s instead of going 2x12s or whatever combination. All in all, I think it turned out great. I wasn't quite sure on, as I was putting it together, if it was going to be too tall all said and done. And honestly, I think this is going to be okay with how I left it. But down the road, if I think it's too tall or I don't like how tall it is, I can just take off the top row and cut off the 2x4s in the stake pockets. But all in all, I think it turned out looking great. Let me show you guys how much more room it added from the back. Check that out. Now that's how you can kind of tell how much more room it added. The lighting isn't great, obviously. Kind of looking into the bright of the sun here, but you can see, I'd say we more than doubled the height of the trailer. Lots more space. As you can see, I've already started piling it up into the new storage area, taking advantage of the extra space, that's for sure. One thing I do think I am going to add is I do have a roll-up tarp or cover on the front of the trailer, or more of a roll-up net on the front of the trailer. I don't know if this is with most dumps, but the dump that I take my stuff to, if you have it covered, you get a discount. I assume they're just trying to get people from not having their debris blow out on the road as they're driving. So I have a roll-up tarp that covers this, and it hooks into these hooks that you see right here. Now, that's why those hooks right there are why I didn't bring this all the way back to the end of the trailer. I didn't even think about that fact until I started building it. But I still want to be able to use that roll-up tarp, and it should be able to go up and over the top and secure into those hooks. Now, the net itself can fit between the new sides, so that's not an issue. The bar would rest on top and then drop down. But one thing I think I'm going to do is add in like a pole or crossover tube right there, or a roller of some sort right in this general area, so that way I can bring the tarp over the top and then go at an angle down to those hooks so it can still fasten and secure to those hooks. I would still like to be able to use those, so I think if I put like a roller or some over crossover thing right up in that area, then I can bring the tarp up and over and then down at an angle and still utilize those hooks. I think that'll work pretty well, and then that would actually allow to use the full height of the trailer as well. So I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing, but overall the trailer is done and I think it turned out great. I know this is kind of an odd video, not exactly the normal content that I provide you guys with, but I'm trying to move this channel more in the direction of just showing you guys what I'm working on around here, whether it be working on the truck or working on the house or working on different things around the property, whether it be the tractor or trailer. I'm just kind of taking you guys along. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know down below. If you want to see more kind of content like this of me just showing you guys what I'm working on around here, let me know. And as always, if you guys like the video, leave it a thumbs up. It makes a huge difference on the channel. If you guys made it this far in the video, I appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.